Good morning, good morning. Happy Thursday. Well, it is Template Thursday, and I have our annual catalog here, and I'm going to share a quick tip that is going to help your card making so that you can have inspiration always at hand. So this is our annual catalog. If you need one and don't have one and don't have a demonstrator, let me know and I will be happy to send you one. I have tabs on the different categories in mine. They're just sticky tabs. And so one of my tabs leads me to page 22 and 23 in our annual catalog, and that is card design. So this is one of my favorite 2-page spreads in the catalog because it really helps you to learn to create. So on page 23 here, there's some different color family ideas and things. But on page 22, you'll see there is a basic card design page, and it gives you lots of great tips and products that go well with this. But if you look at the bottom, I think this is really a missed piece of our catalog, and it's called A Little Inspiration. So the whole catalog is filled full of cards and samples that are meant to spark your creativity. So all through the catalog, you're going to notice these little symbols, which point to different what we call card sketches or templates that you can create, but you'll see how they've used them throughout the catalog in the different card samples. So we're going to go through each Thursday and we're going to make one of these. I'm going to give you the measurements just on here on the video. I'm going to create a quick one. I have everything already cut so that we can just put those together. But I thought this would be a really fun way to start our creativity. And so what I do with these sketches and templates is I use the new card keeper box. So you can create the cards, and there's this great box. It's one of our newest kits. And so inside I have all of my different card templates, whether they're fun folds or sketches or, DSP templates, all kinds of things. I have them in there ready for me. So when I go to create and I'm like, whoa, I don't know what to make today, I can flip through these and say, oh, I'd love to make this card. And it's already got the measurements on there for me, so I don't have to think or anything. And I can just use that as a base for maybe a card that I want to create. Same with fun folds and all the different things. So I love this card keeper box because it's going to house all of my personal templates for when I need some inspiration. All right, well, let's get started. So we're just going to go left to right, and we're just going to go down, and we're going to create this card. So I'm just going to flip this around so that you can see that. That is page 22 in our annual catalog. And so I've got all the parts and pieces here. So this is just a regular card base. I'm just using basic white today. And then I've got 4 simple pieces. So we've got 2 pieces of designer series paper. And the ones that I'm using today come from our wildly flowering 12 by 12 designer series paper. So it comes with all these beautiful of our in colors, Moody Mauve and Pebbled Path and Boho Blue, some copper clay, just beautiful color combination there. And so that's what I'm using today for my designer paper. So we need our card base. We need the 2 pieces of designer series paper that I've already cut. I'll give you the measurements here in a second. You need 1 sentiment banner. Now it can be any kind or type. Mine is from the Stylish Shapes. That's one of my favorite banners. And then you're going to need a bow. So any kind of bow, any kind of ribbon will work. I'm going to use the linen thread today. I think it goes with lots and lots and lots of our card designs. So that is what you need today. And remember, page 22 in your annual catalog will reference all of this. So I'm just going to go ahead and put these out. I've got the measurements written here so that the measurements of these two pieces here. And so if you want to take a screenshot of this, you will see the different measurements for this number 1 card sketch that we're going to do today. So I'll let you get your screenshot in. If you need to rewind later to do that, you absolutely can. Okay, so now we're going to grab all our parts and pieces here, and we're just going to start putting them together. So I've got my liquid green glue. This is my favorite. I have heard from a couple of you that you have liquid glue troubles, and so I will say a tip on liquid glue is that most people that I have found that don't love it squeeze too much of it. And so when you squeeze too much of it, it gets goopy and gushy, right? And so little goes a long way, and I just like to make those kind of spidery thin little squiggles. Okay, so if we're looking at our card template, we're going to take this first piece and we're just going to kind of angle it here. So let me bring in our catalog and let's zoom in to this card template here. So you can see it's got 2 pieces and it's got our banner and it's got our bow. So they're kind of offset, the layers, and then the banner is put on straight. So we're going to kind of angle this first piece. We're going to do the same thing with our second piece here. Remember, spidery thin on your liquid glue. And now this piece, we're going to take and we're going to angle it kind of the other way. Just kind of on the top, kind of angling it the other way. So we've got kind of a right and then a left angle. And we just glue those down. And remember, any of these you could pop up with dimensionals. You could pop the whole thing up if you wanted. This is just my take on this template. Okay, so the next thing is our banner. Normally we would stamp a sentiment on it, but since it is our template sketch piece, we're just going to leave it blank today. I am going to pop this up on dimensionals. If you want your patterns to be a bit flatter, you could just put this on with liquid glue. But I'm going to pop this one up. And then we're just going to put this right on the bottom right of this layer here. Okay, so we've got our 2 DSPs, we've got our banner, sentiment banner, and now we have our bow. And so for this, I'm just going to take, I have already tied my linen thread bow. I'm going to use a mini glue dot here. And just a tip on these linen thread bows, I actually keep a little container with my linen thread, and when I have extra time or am watching TV or something, I sit and tie some pre-done linen thread bows, keep them ready to go. So when I need a bow, I have some already made, right? Different sizes and things. So that's just a little bow tip. But I'm just going to put a glue dot right on the back of my pre-tied bow here. And we're just going to add this right below our sentiment. So there you have a really easy template to keep when you're trying to use up scraps of DSP. These card sketches and templates work great when you are needing an idea. It's great. And when I can go to my box of inspiration with all the patterns ready to go, it just is so exciting, right? It sparks your creativity. It gives you some inspiration. And I don't know about you, but when I first started, I would have all these scraps of paper, kind of like this one for today's card. And I would have them all over. And then later on, I would find this, sticky note, and I'd go, what on earth does this mean? So my card box of templates has really helped, because what I will do is I will go on each piece of these and write these exact measurements, or even you could take your sticky note and put it inside your card if you wanted to just save it that way. But I will have them now. So now, instead of just a random sticky note with some numbers on it, now I know what those numbers mean, and I can visually see those measurements in action, and that just super helps me. So anyway, happy Thursday. I hope you loved today's quick video on card sketches and templates, and I will see you guys soon.